Wait, there's a software update? Sure, I'll update, I guess. I guess there's an update for this game here. I'm getting a notification on my Twitch chat that says, watch to earn drops. Get rewards by watching Acoustic Harmonia while they're live in Planet Coaster 2. Ends on January 9th. Oh, that's today. I'm not even streaming Planet Coaster 2. That's not even my category. Like, I'm double checked the moment that I saw that I wasn't mislabeled on my category here. And I'm A-okay. I hope things are going well today, Morris and Fusion, and hope you have a good rest of the night there, Azzy. I'm trying to finish some stuff off here because it is currently Thursday, the 9th of January. I'm deciding to play with Joy-Cons this time so I can actually try out some of the motion mini games because I haven't showcased those yet. And on Monday is when that Guzma nerd arrives here. And so for a solid couple weeks, I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of stuffs with him and showing him what winter here is like, even though it's really warm for this coming week. So maybe he'll think that I was lying out of my teeth about it being super cold here, but it's actually like really warm. Stay in Plaza here. So in terms of stuff that is going on right now, in terms of active playthroughs, it's been a hot second since the last time I streamed this. I think the last time was Extra Life 2024, last November, when I just did a little bit of Waluigi Pinball, because it was the pinball event. Did it with friendos there. But I technically have a few things on the game queue right now, if we look at the total list. Like, these 4 main ones, then I have these ones as, like, my additional notes right now. I said I was only gonna do, like, Super Mario Party Jamboree when I have friendos to play it with. But, like, meh. This has taken so long to get around to finishing off the main campaign. And when the main campaign at least is finished off, then it's like, I've already done all the boards with different friendos. So once the main campaign is done, I can consider this game, like, done and off the game queue and stuff like that. I'm sure I'll play it at JanLAN. JanLAN is coming up towards the end of the month. January 24th to 26th is gonna be JanLAN 2025. And most likely when Guzma's here, we're probably gonna play a little bit of this game together because, like, why would we not? That's a perfect opportunity to play Mario Party among other things. So we'll probably play a little of this game then. But why would I then do, like, single player main campaign stuff then? Like, I would rather maximize time playing multiplayer games at the event rather than switching over to do some single player content, and then I would just postpone the single player stuff even further. And there is another group of friendos that I have been planning on playing this game with, being Uneven Pictures and Chublima, which are the 2 nerds that I did that full Pikmin 2 playthrough with back in 2020. Oh my goodness, how time flies, doesn't it? So several years ago, I did a full playthrough with them of Pikmin 2 modded to make it so it was 3-player, and it was really fun. And it's been a long time since I played games with them, so we were going to coordinate something. But we were all busy in December because, like, the holidays were coming up and stuff was a little bit crazy. So we ended up agreeing that we would follow up sometime in January. And I haven't followed up yet because I've been busy doing, like, a bunch of other stuff around here. And also just, like, preparing for Guzma to arrive. And then when he's here, he's going to be here for a couple of weeks. So it's like, unless I just bum rush doing it with him this weekend, which I have not asked about, this is not getting fit in. So I figure I'll probably follow up sometime after this trip, after JanLAN. Then we'll see if maybe February works out. But by then, it's so long later that it's like, this has already taken so long to finish off the main campaign. So I just want to finish it tonight. Planet Coaster 2 is also on my, kind of on the side list here. I did a stream of it yesterday, and that game is so broken and unfinished, and I basically just put in brackets when/if that game gets patched to at least make the paths functional, because it did not exactly ship out in a super finished state. So once I knock off Super Mario Party Jamboree here, I'll probably knock off Planet Coaster 2 as well, because it's one of those games where it's like, I'll come back and play it if it gets my interest. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm not exactly going through super fast. If it's anything like Odyssey, it's going to take me like this whole year on and off. So I figure slow and steady wins the race. Let's just chip away at it. I'm not in any rush to finish that off. Persona 3 Reload, the DLC, I'm now on like my great grind where I'm just chipping away at like grinding progress on my own time. And I'm not ready to continue it yet, and I don't think I'll be ready for a little while because I want to get like certain personas built and stuff like that. So I can't do that anytime soon. I mean, I'm sure at my current strength I probably could finish off the rest of the game, but I also want to fight the super boss. I'm definitely not strong enough for that yet, and yeah, so I can't do that for a little while. Mario and Luigi Brothership, I'm probably one session away from beating, and I figure I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Friday is a better day for it than Thursday. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. And Final Fantasy 16, because Guzma's the one that is kind of directly responsible for the console that I'm playing it on, and that was like his one game request was Final Fantasy 16. I asked him the last time that I streamed this, would you like me to just like finish it at JanLAN together there? And he was like, sure, that sounds great. So I'm just not gonna touch that game until JanLAN, and we can just like finish it together there. So I can finish off Mario and Luigi Brothership, and I can finish off this before he arrives. So even though it looks like I have 6 games going on right now, it's really not the case. And while I do have like a bunch of new games I got in recently, I got a bunch of PlayStation games on Boxing Day sale and holiday sales, since I now own a PS5 as of this last year. So there are some games I might like to get around to on that, like what are ones there? I might continue my Soulsborne series at some point by playing Bloodborne, because I've heard that one's really good. I might like to play Ghost of Tsushima because Ghost of Yotai is coming out this year, and I want to see if I like the first one first. And it's made by Sucker Punch, who are responsible for Sly Cooper, like one of my favorite game series of all time. And I have a great respect for Sucker Punch, so I kind of want to try that out. I wouldn't mind starting my Final Fantasy VII series, but I may as well wait until like 16 is done and maybe like give it a little bit of time before I do that. It's not in the balloon, it's over here. So like, there's a bunch of things that I could potentially start in the near future, but I will feel a little bit better once, 1, some things are properly knocked off, and 2, after this trip is over. Otherwise, I would just, like, be doing, like, 1 stream of a new playthrough, and then not touch it for 2 weeks, and that doesn't sound all that great. So here I am, like, several months later, finishing this off, and that is my explanation for doing this, and the campaign is over here. Yeah, good old Sly Cooper! Yeah, this thingamabob. And I'm at here now is where we're going. So I think I'm almost done with this. This might only take me like an hour or 2. But yeah. Never played, but you've seen it? Sly Cooper or Ghost of Tsushima? Oh, both. I know nothing about the game. People say that's great. I've heard that's one of those like super acclaimed games. And when it's made by Sucker Punch, I kind of want to play it, not gonna lie. And I can't believe I never realized that it was made by Sucker Punch for so long. And in between Sly and the Ghost of series here, they made the infamous titles. And I watched a playthrough of the first one. I don't remember if I did of the second one. I don't think I realized that was Sucker Punch either. I just never really followed much with the game. Sly Cooper, fair enough. If you, there's playthroughs of it on my channel, but they are so outdated. Like I was probably a really sucky content creator back then. Those are my early days that I played that. Maybe I'd replay them one day. But it's a really good series, great platformer games, and it's one of those stories that like any kid that's playing the game can get the general gist, but like adults can understand the deeper meaning. Like it actually goes kind of hard and gets way crazier than you'd ever see like a family-friendly game get today, I feel like, when to cite like the most out there kind of example. The whole plot of the second game is collecting all the body parts of the main antagonist from the first game so that you can destroy them for good and prevent him from being revived because he was an evil mechanical owl that made himself immortal off of hatred. So you literally go around from like, we could essentially call them worlds, because that's what they are, like, video game-wise. You go from world to world, thwarting, like, the smaller bad guys, and stealing back the body parts of your immortal foe that they are using towards their own nefarious deeds. And it's like, this is a kids/family-friendly game? So Sly goes pretty hard. Hi, thanks for coming to help. I'd love it if you could complete tasks for 30 mini-stars. If you're worried that the mini-stars will get stolen again, don't. We've got a plan to protect them. But yeah. Oh, does he now? That's interesting. I didn't know that. All of us are going to stand watch over the mini-stars. We've even got the bottle already located on the cart so we can skedaddle if trouble starts. So when was the last time I did this campaign though? Like October? See, nothing to fear. Okay, let's get to work. Alright, off you go. But I feel like the Sly series was kind of ruined after 3. Like, Sucker Punch wasn't involved with it anymore, and another studio took over, and they just literally undid all the writing of the whole trilogy. And I've gone on that tangent a few times around here. Let's not do it today. Hello, everybody's working hard and looking thirsty. I brought this toad a drink, but I want to make sure the other toads get drinks too. Can you take tasty glasses of milk to the 5 toads holding cameras? Sure. Great, Wiggler milk. You got the milk delivery set. But yeah, let me know when you've delivered it to all 5 of them, okay? Sure. So yeah, maybe I'll Maybe I'll play Ghost of Tsushima at some point. Again, knowing basically nothing about the gameplay. Wow, milk! I'm ready to catch all the race car action now, thank you! Here you go. Nothing tastes better than milk on a hot day. Wow, a mini star. All right, what's going on over here? So yeah, this is basically like just a filler night stream of getting stuff done. This is literally what I'm doing tonight. The swap machine is turned on and my shop won't pop up. Can you check the swap machine for me? It's in front of the stands. So yeah, I'll finish off the campaign tonight. I'm sure this game will still go on from time to time. I'm gonna adjust the volume a little bit here. I'm sure this game will still happen from time to time when a good opportunity arises to play with friendos. Like at JanLAN, totally gotta make it work there, right? Well, I'll put up arrows so racers know which way to drive, but I can't figure out which way the cars should go. Well, neither can I. Know which way the cars will be going here? If you do, can you tell me? Other way. This way. Ah, that makes sense. Thanks for telling me. Sweet. What's going on over here? A duel mini game? I want to take a look at another race and see if it might be something we could do at this venue. Two-axis taxi. Yeah, this one is always like really funny with like a full group. I've had a lot of fun with like the Mario Party stuff around here thus far. I will say. I'm definitely looking forward to like more opportunities to do it more with friendos. And even some of the people I've played this with already, I definitely wouldn't mind doing it again. Like, if ever the opportunity arises to play it again with them. But we shall see. Maybe reach out to some people again about that. Yeah, it's a story mode, so I feel like I may as well showcase it here. Though a lot of the Mario Party games have had story modes, they're just like typically really forgettable and like people typically don't know that they exist. Yeah, don't run into that dudo there. Like, the very first Mario Party game that I owned, I believe was 8 on the Wii. I later got 7, so I do own, like, previous Mario Party games like that. I remember the campaign in 8 was, like, you had to do all the boards and go up against CPUs and eventually be, like, the superstar and stuff. Or something like that. There's usually, like, really basic campaigns like that. Like, I think they try to mix it up a little bit this time with it not just being, like, the main Mario Party mode. Like, you go around the boards and kind of get an idea of what they're about while playing the different mini games, so it kind of serves as like a tutorial to get better at the game instead of just being like, hey, go into the game against like relatively easy CPUs over and over and over again. Though those could have their merits too. Like I just recently did Mario Party DS on the channel, for example, and that worked basically like that. And man, were the CPUs dumb in that. But yeah, I love Mario Party 7. Played 8 a few times and 8 wasn't fun. Yeah, I think I got like 7 after 8 and 9 had long been out. Managed to find it for a good price. I never really had anyone to play it with, so I feel like I never got all that much into it because of that. I think try out that race for me. It looks super fun. Here, take some milk and stuff. All the motion controls. Ah, gotcha there. Nothing like milk to help you relax. Tell Wiggler I said thanks. Yeah, good old Nintendo gimmicks where everything has to play into it, which can either be like their greatest strength or their greatest weakness. Thank you for the milk, and I've got energy to finish setting up. And it sounds like with the next console, they're probably just going to be playing into just like the Switch, but more powerful and maybe with some more features that it can do and stuff. Which, if that's what the Switch 2 ends up as, then great. And all this stuff is like leaking already and craziness, and it really makes you wonder where the Nintendo ninjas are because this is insane how much stuff is coming out. But yeah, I remember relatively enjoying 8, but just because it was like my first console Mario Party game that I might play from time to time. The first Mario Party game that I got into was Mario Party DS. Mario Party DS was the shit. Like that was a dang fine video game right there. So I have tires to block other cars from driving onto the track, but I don't have enough to secure the raceway. If you see one lying around, can you bring it here? Sure. And with like DS download play, being able to play it with people that don't even own the game, like that was great. So I had a lot more opportunities to play Mario Party DS with people. And what with the grind of the main campaign of beating it with every person to get like all the rewards and stuff, I was on that grind. I don't think I ever 100%'d it, but I'm pretty sure I got close. Because, you know, as a kid, I wasn't exactly getting a massive ton of games just here and there. Not like the bazillion games I'm playing constantly on the channel nowadays. So I was trying to like really make the most of like every game that I play. And holy crap, I went hard on Mario Party DS back when. And you would think with how much I was into Mario Party DS that I'd play some of the 3DS games, but I never really did. I think there was multiple on the 3DS, wasn't there? There was only one Mario Party DS game. And I think that there was like multiple 3DS Mario Party games. Hold on. Mario Party 3DS games. Wasn't there multiple? Wasn't there like that top 100 one that no one cared about? Mario Party Island Tour, Mario Party the Top 100, Mario Party Star Rush. So are those all 3DS ones? Because yeah, holy crap. Didn't people not like the top 100 because it was just like mini games and not the boards or something? I don't even remember, but I never played them. And I only found out when I was looking into Mario Party stuff with this channel that apparently there was also a Game Boy Advance Mario Party game, but it worked very differently. You know what happens to this pond when the weather gets chilly, Waluigi? It freezes. When it's cold several days in a row, the whole pond freezes over and you can ice skate on it. Just like the, well, do you want to take a break from setting up and do some ice skating? Yeah, teleport to a different rink here. But yeah, apparently there was a Mario Party Advanced. And out of curiosity, I looked it up on YouTube, and it seems to be like the first implementation of the car, but the cars are individual, and it's like your dice roll, you can move forward or back with it, and it's different, it seems like. Those controls worked for games like Metroid Prime 3, but felt awkward with Mario Party. Yeah, like, whoa, oh my goodness, I snagged that. Like with something like Metroid Prime, you can understand where it's like, this is your aiming, or Skyward Sword, for example, where it's like, this is you swinging your sword and stuff. Like, it feels like you're actually doing the thing. I mean, the motion controls in Mario Party, I think, like, if you've got, like, a good group of people to be playing with, it can be, like, a lot of chaotic fun, as everyone's, like, doing stuff like that, and pushing one another, and going crazy. I think that can be, like, some really great Mario Party mayhem. But if you are just playing on your own against, like, CPUs, it is a little awkward. But I do like the chaos that comes with some of the motion stuff with Mario Party Wii. But the whole, like, pointing at the screen and pressing A over your character, like, that could get a little bit annoying. Especially when you're playing with people that aren't, like, very video game adept, and you have to say over and over again, like, point to the screen and find your character. And it's like, oh, where's the character? Where's the thing? And then stuff, like, really drags on. Don't you just love skating fast? It's like running, but faster and colder. You got a decoration item for collecting 100 mini stars. Wow! Try decorating the party plaza with it. So yeah, there was that. Try to get everything in 7. Didn't, but still got a lot. Nice. Mario Party Advance is the most hated Mario game because it's a single player game. Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about that when I was looking into it now. That is sounding familiar. I didn't know that it existed until like around the time that Jamboree came out when I was looking into Mario Party stuff. But yeah, if it was not called Mario Party, it would not be as hated. Interesting. Huh? Is this milk? Thank you. Yeah. Well, just enough to do laps around the track after this. So, like, I somewhat liked 8 just for, like, my first big home console Mario Party game. I guess I'll go this way now. And then 9 came out and introduced the car as we know it, where everyone moves together towards the end of the board. And now there's no more stars, but only coins instead. What with the new mantra of mini stars, like I'm collecting here, like has been reused in Jamboree for like your currency in the single player campaign, which is kind of fun. But the fact that there was no like stars to fight for anymore, it was basically just coins, who gets the most points in that, I feel like really dumbed things down with like the competitiveness of actually getting like the most stars, which are things that you get from the coins, and only if you get like the right circumstances to work out. Now that's just coin based takes away a lot of it. And the whole fact that like you're taking turns on a car moving around instead of being able to have like your own strategy and like your own unique position in the board, I feel like dumbed it down a whole lot. So I really wasn't a fan of that. I did pick up Mario Party 10 since that was like, I don't think I've played this one on stream yet, but I think I did play this one with family just to try it out. And I still haven't played Rosalina's one because that one's a motion exclusive one. But I did play this once with family just because I hadn't played it yet and I wanted to find out what it was like. But yeah, I did play 10 because I think that was the only Wii U Mario Party game. I thought the Bowser mode was kind of fun. Like, not remotely balanced, but I mean, what do you expect in a 1v4? But, it was kind of fun. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can absolutely squash the 4 if memory serves. But, like, the general gameplay was just kind of like 9 again with mini stars and, like, the car and stuff like that. And I wasn't the biggest fan. And then when, Super Mario Party came out on the Switch, I honestly don't remember a massive ton about it, despite doing a playthrough of it on this channel, and knowing that I made, like, the really goofy, like, cards and stuff like that. But I remember liking it a lot more just because, like, by comparison, the last couple ones with, like, mini stars and the car and stuff like that, I was a bigger fan of Super Mario Party, but I wasn't as big on, like, the whole everything is motion and Joy-Con based and stuff like that. And then, what was it? Mario Party Superstars I kind of liked just because it was very par for the course Mario Party. Just because, like, hey, here's, like, a bunch of boards and mini games and stuff like that people like. So, like, it didn't really do anything new and exciting. It was just, hey, here's what you like, but a little bit cleaner. And, like, I couldn't really complain that much about that. It was just a fine standard Mario Party game. And then this one. I really, really like this one. There's so much content in it. Like, there's a lot of variety as well. I kind of wish that there was more standard mini games that there, or maybe that's not the best way to phrase it. I wish that the motion mini games that they put into this that are Joy-Con exclusive, that I haven't played any of yet, could instead still be played with a Pro Controller. Like, they had designed the mini games in such a way that you could use, like, the smart motion of the Pro Controllers to control, like, those mini games. I don't know how they play. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass here, and maybe it's, like, super obvious they can only be played with Joy-Cons. But I wish that the ones that they had designed would be able to work with, like, the Switch, like, the Pro Control, whatever the hell. A Pro Controller with the smart motion controls. That's what it's called. I can't words. So, I mean, if I actually try them out, like, we'll see what I think there. But the whole requiring people, at least I think that's the case. Like, I've always turned off motion mini games because I think it's exclusive to Joy-Cons. Maybe I'm talking on my ass here. I could have been playing with a Pro Controller the whole time. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. The whole requiring people to use Joy-Cons, which, like, are just the inherently inferior controller as, like, a standard controller. Like, sure, it lets you do, like, more things like this that maybe it factors in some way. But in, like, a general chill kind of controller experience, the Pro Controller is, like, the far better controller. Plus, the Joy-Cons, they drift for so many people anyway. I have 4 sets of Joy-Cons. This is my only set that doesn't drift. And this isn't even mine. This is my cousin's that I borrowed, like, for Fragapalooza one year to get, like, a bunch of controllers available for people to play in the tournaments if they wanted to play Joy-Cons without having drift. And he's never bothered asking for them back. And I bring it up during every family gathering if ever these Joy-Cons come out. Like, I'm pretty sure these are yours and you can have them back whenever you want. And he doesn't play with Joy-Cons, so he doesn't care. Very athletic, say if you're ever in a pinch, you can count on me to come and help. Literally all 3 of my sets of Joy-Cons that, like, the one set that came with the console and the 2 sets that I purchased, all 3 of them have started drifting. Like, many years ago. To the point that they are basically unplayable now. Like, it is the most god-awful experience. And when my original set was a gray set like this, sometimes I mix up which ones are which, and then I think it was Mario and Luigi Brothership that I was playing a little bit in handheld mode on my own time to just go around collecting all the spark plugs in that so I could craft some new power plugs. And I didn't realize I had my drifting set of Joy-Cons on there, so Mario and Luigi kept going to the left, and the menuing kept going to the left, and it became really, really hard to play, especially in battles. If I went into a random encounter battle, and I was just trying to, like, select my thing on the menu from the options, and it kept on going to the left, and I couldn't do it. So I needed to wait until I got home and, like, could switch Joy-Cons, and then do it, like, another time. There's a jump pad, I'm checking it to make sure it'll work properly. If you stop here in a car, the weight should activate, and boing, that's a theory anyway. The Joy-Cons of Switch 2 better be better. And I have heard that apparently it's like some weak contact or something like that in the Joy-Cons, and that you can open them up and shim like a little piece of cardboard to, like, put pressure between, like, the back plate and the thing that's supposed to have contact on the other thing or whatever. I've been meaning to get around to it, and I never have, and meh. If Guzma and I end up playing this game and we end up playing with Joy-Cons to do motion mini games, he can use this set and I can use a drifting set. Is what we can do. So I get a little bit of a handicap for me already being familiar with the game. So anyway, there was that. But yeah, I like making other players frustrated by getting 2 stars at one turn. Yeah, for sure. Mario Party 7 had an option to play mic mini games with the GameCube controller instead, and it controls map for it if you remember right. Oh, interesting. When you test it, sure. I'm in a car now. So yeah, I do like how this campaign does something kind of different while also kind of tutorializing the different stages, so that when you play them, even though it's still your first time playing that map, you get an idea of how it works. Oh, phew, I admit I wasn't sure that would work in, you know, any kind of safe way. Anyway, take this mini star. So, I don't think that this Mario Party game is perfect. Here, I'll give you this too. Thanks for testing something as dangerous as a car catapult. I mean, what would a perfect Mario Party realistically look like? But I do genuinely think this is my new favorite Mario Party game. Like, I really like it. There was only 2 games that came out last year that I genuinely liked. They were Unicorn Overlord and this game. Like, there was no other new releases that came out that I played that I genuinely liked. And I mean, I'm sure that there was plenty of other games that came out last year that were good that I just didn't play. Like, I heard really good things about Black Myth Wukong. Astrobot was apparently really good, so I was sure there was more good games that came out. But in terms of the ones I played on this channel, yeah, this and Unicorn Overlord were the only ones I liked. And Unicorn Overlord was definitely my game of the year last year. And you like me? Do you love the wind in your face as you race around Roll 'em Raceway? Yeah, this one, I'm usually pretty good at this one. But yeah, for the most part, I actually really genuinely like this Mario Party. I will say. I am a fan. But yeah, most hyped game 2025 is Elden Ring Night Rain. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what exactly that's like. Like, in terms of how does the progression system work? Does it tie in, like, more Dark Souls bosses and other things there? I'm blocking the time there, and oh. Yeah, whoops, hold on, let me retry that. And I was switching my thingamabob. Yeah, that should be a fun multiplayer kind of thing. Speaking of fun multiplayer things, I recently started playing Helldivers 2 because that was gifted to me. And I just wanted to, like, try out what it was like so I could get some practice in before I start playing with family. And one of my family members that I'd be playing it with, my little cousin, ended up joining in and we played a little bit there. But, and I'm sure I'll play it again at some point, but it's not really a playthrough that I'm doing, that I'm trying to finish off like this. It's the kind of thing that you just play whenever you feel like playing it, so I'll play it whenever, like, I end up coordinating with them and being able to play with both my family members I'd be playing with. Or, wow, they're just all gone. Or who knows, maybe Guzma and I would end up playing it at, like, JanLAN if we feel spicy. We're gonna be playing JanLAN very much by ear. Like, we don't really have a set plan of, like, specific things that we want to get to in, like, time slots and stuff like that. I want to play Metroid Prime Federation Force, just because I've done, like, Metroid Prime at so many LAN events for a while. I did Metroid Prime Hunters last year, JanLAN, and then I did Metroid Prime 2 at Fragapalooza, and then Prime Pinball at Extra Life, and then Prime 3 at HalloLAN. So I wanted to do Federation Force at this coming up event, and then when it turned out that Guzma was coming along, it kind of works out really well, because that's the multiplayer one. And I told him, like, you don't have to play this with me if you don't want to. But if you're down for it, then, like, great. And it sounds like he's down for it. So we might do a playthrough of Metroid Prime Federation Force together, if it continues to work. I did a lot of testing on my computer to make sure that, like, 2 emulators were working properly with one another and communicating well, and there wasn't any lag and stuff like that. It was a bit of a pain, but I think I got it figured out. I did some test streams on my alternate account, and it seems to be working all right. So if that remains the same, we might do that. Finish off Final Fantasy 16. We'll probably do a little bit of Tekken 8, because he plans on bringing that game, because the hero from Final Fantasy 16 is now a playable character in Tekken 8, and it might be kind of fun to play that, so we might do a little bit of Tekken. I've never played Tekken in my life. What else? Probably a little bit of this game, because perfect opportunity to play Mario Party. Why would we not do that there? Maybe see if my cousin's kids want to hop in as well. Something there. This is super weird. I keep hearing a voice coming from the trees, but there's nobody there. Maybe it's a ghost? We might do some Terraria. Apparently Guzma really likes Terraria and has asked me if I was interested in playing a little bit of that. And it sounds like playing with someone else would be like a great opportunity to learn, so maybe we'll end up doing that. I basically told him that, like, hey, if you're willing to do Mario Party with me, great. If you're willing to do Metroid Prime Federation Force with me, great. As for everything else, you're the guest here. What do you want to do? Is what I've told him. Wow. So that's the plan when it comes to that, and it sounds like that might end up being Terraria, is what might well be the case. Look how rich I am! Jump off the edge, 'cause it's funny! But yeah, Guzma's a good Terraria partner. Speaking from experience, okay. Gotcha.